We are the bonding babes. We are the bonding babes. Bond, 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 bond. Bonding's cool. We are the bonding babes. Bond, 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 bond. Covalent. Bond, 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 bond. We are the bonding babes.
If you look around, you'll realize there's chemical bonding. Chemical bonding. Chemical bonding. Chemical bonding. Everywhere. There's 3 types of chemical bonds: ionic, covalent, and metallic.
An ionic bond
Is a bond between metal and a non-metal.
covalent bonds.
Is a bond between non-metal.
First, let's start with oxygen as an example. It has 6 valence electrons, shown here in the lowest dot structure. Now, to complete the octet rule, it needs 2 more valence electrons. First, let's talk about ionic compounds. An example of this is sodium, which is Na and has 1 valence electron, and chlorine, which has 7. Now, as you can see, chlorine needs 1 valence electron, and sodium has 1. So, we have sodium give its 1 valence electron to chlorine, so then it will also have its own outer shell, and will give chlorine its outer shell. Then, these will become NaCl, also known as sodium chloride, which, for the second element, will change the last zero to "ide", so that they can have equal and opposite charges to stay together. Yes?
What about covalent bonds?
Good question. So, when you first look at covalent, we see that they actually share electrons instead of giving them, like ionic bonds. So, let's use H2O as an example. So, when naming covalent bonds, we use number prefixes. So, for our first element, we have hydrogen, and we can see that there are 2 of them. So, we do dihydrogen. For our second element, we see that we have oxygen, and there's only 1 of them. So we use mono, and then like we do an ionic, we put an IDE at the end. So it becomes monoxide. Oh, just stop. Another important thing to remember is that we never use mono for the first element. So for example, if we have CO2, it won't be monocarbon, but just carbon. Okay, so first when we're doing Lewis dot structures for covalent bonds, we draw our central atom, which is usually the one that we have the least amount of, which in this case is oxygen. Then on either side, we're going to put the H's. So the point of covalent bonding is to have a full outer shell like an ionic. And hydrogen is a special case where it only needs 2. So we're going to draw our first bonds between the elements. And when we do this, we can see that that gives each of the hydrogens a full outer shell. And for the rest of our dots, our valence electrons, we put them around the O, trying to give it a full outer shell. Yeah?
And isn't a metallic bond between a metal and a metal, or a metalloid and a metal?
Yeah, great job.
Hey guys, it's Sodium here, and I am on the Bachelorette Element Edition to find a perfect bond.
Last season, I'm the Bachelorette.
I don't know why she did this. I felt a real connection and she just threw it away like it was nothing.
Nah, man, don't get me started about Sodium. You already know I was trying to kick it with her, but she wasn't feeling the vibes, and I really don't know why. I thought we had a real connection. I thought she was gonna be the one, but man, nah, I'm off.
I've really been falling for her, and I really hope that she'll pick me. I think because we have equal charges, I'll be the one for her.
I don't know why all of these elements if they got a chance with me. Because really, the only one I want is bromine. He got 7 valence electrons. And you know, I felt the connection or whatever.
Now we're down to the final list, and everyone's on the edge of their seats wondering who Sodium will pick.
These other elements think it's about when you first met, but it's about how well you've gotten to know her. I've really been working hard to get her, and I hope that she'll pick me, because I have 7 valence electrons and she has 1. We complete the octet rule.
Not from the moment I saw her. I mean, I know I have 5 valence electrons and all, but I mean, I feel like we can work past that.
And the winner is...
This episode of The Bachelorette is sponsored by Triple Bond, keeping bonds together for life.
This season has been full of ups and downs, but I choose Romine.
In this experiment, we will be turning milk into plastic. You will need 1 cup of milk, and then you will need to warm it up in the microwave. The measured milk is being poured into a bowl. Glug, 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 boop. Amaria and Megan put the bowl inside of the microwave and try to decide how much time to put in it so that the milk will be hot. After getting told that 30 seconds won't be enough to warm up milk, they finally take Sasha's advice and put 3 minutes. Megan and Amaria now take the milk out of the microwave. Megan and Amaria now add 4 teaspoons of vinegar to the hot milk, and they will continue to stir it. Bloop.
As you can see, as we start to mix the vinegar with the milk, it begins to curdle. Why do you think it does this?
As you can see, Megan and Amaria continue to stir the milk so it curdles. To be honest, I don't even know what curdle is. Now they are going to strain the milk and the vinegar to get the residue and make sure that all the liquid is gone. It's spilling, and now it's all strained out. Megan's wiggling a little. She's putting it on the napkin. Now she's patting it down to dry it so it's not moist. It's kind of like slime. Oh, she's patting it and patting it. Patting it. Yep. Now she's playing with it. As you can see, it's not really watery. It's kind of like slime. It's plastic milk.
Now it's plastic.
When you add acid to milk, it's lowering its pH level, which is the level of acidity a substance has. This causes the milk proteins to unwind in a process called protein denaturing. The milk proteins are then free to attach to each other in a way that they couldn't when they're properly folded. Then, the milk proteins bind together and have a lumpy, curled up appearance, which is what we see when the milk begins to curdle.
Whoa!
What's a metallic bond?
Ask your mother.
What's a metallic bond? Metallic bonding is the principal force holding atoms of a metal together. Metallic bonds result from the sharing of a variable number of electrons by a variable number of atoms. The atoms of a metal are alike, therefore they cannot form ionic bonds.
Now we will do another experiment with baking soda and vinegar. As you can see, there's vinegar in the cylinder. And now you will see that baking soda has been dumped into it. Do you see a reaction? I see a reaction. I see many bubbles and I see the solution starting to fizz. This all happens because of chemical bonding and chemical reactions. Pop, 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 fizz, 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 pop, pop, fizz, fuzz, pop, 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 fizz, pss, 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 pss.
Well,
think you bonded with not us. This electrons 357 or something. Bond stuff like metals with metals or something. They bonded ionic, covalent or something. Not metals together or something. Metal was counted as metals or something. They married, they bonded together. In a bond, they bonded forever. Elements bond every day, but they good together like PB and J or something. Double bonds and triple bonds. Might as well share values electrons up. They wanna buy you a bear or something. Helium back like a spirit or something. We're on the bond with the metals. They nigga realize it's serious. Ain't tryna bomb with superior. I teach you about what noise, I'm serious. Dumb bonds come in various. Can't count it, I get delirious. Ionic bonds, opposite charge, or physical. Yeah, you know, lately, been bonding a lot. We've been on a whole lot of bond stuff. Yeah, you know, never lane switch. That's how I'm coming. Gang, 6 potty train, all that. Oh, that's how you coming? No, for real.
Rico got the sauce.
It's a real bonding party you cannot get in. Busting oxygen, throw them off the valence. I can't bond covalent. No, I'm not your friend. I don't mess with metals. No, I'm not a fan. Man, metals really bond no accident. I can't make this stuff up. I cannot pretend. Man, and I heard you know who took your man's electrons. You ain't tryna bond, so don't be acting like you is. Cause if you gon' bond elements, then bonding. Let me see some non-metals bonding. Maybe bond with you, you're covalent. But wanna bond with a metal, stay away then. You don't wanna hear about bonds then shh. Before I sneak up on you with that pew pew pew. Riding with them valence electrons. This right here turn two elements into a double bond. Bonded with the metal on the table. Look them try to bond, you passed due. Remember you was dissing on the table. Now you tryna bond in the bathroom. You wasn't out here bonding, you rhyme. You wasn't bucking from the table bonding with the iron. I can't bond with you if we not running mine. We don't need no new bonds, yeah, sis, we fine.
It's a real bonding party you cannot get in. Busting oxygen, throw them off the valence. I can't bond covalent, no I'm not your friend. I don't mess with metals, no I'm not a fan. Man, metals really bond no accident. I can't make this stuff up, I cannot pretend, man. And I heard you know who took your man's electrons. You ain't tryna bond, so don't be acting like you is. Cause if you gon' bond elements, then bonding. Let me see some non-metals bonding. Maybe bond with you, you're covalent. Don't wanna bond with a metal, stay away then.
They be like, why you don't bond with these metals? Cause I don't like metals, and I don't wanna greet them. Let's around the bond. First time I meet them. Same place we catch them. Same place we leave them. Came from a crazy group, it was like a zoo. What's wrong with you? Who you talking to? Bogus little metals acting like they bond group. Till you get your electrons took, it's the truth. Never left the table, no I never will. We get in the bond, boy you need to chill. Talk about I am, now you think you will. In these type of bonds to get your electrons killed.
It's a real bonding party you cannot get in. Busting oxygen, throw them off the valence. I can't bond covalent, no I'm not your friend. I don't mess with metals, no I'm not a fan. Man, metals really bond no accident. I can't make this stuff up, I cannot pretend, man. And I heard you know who took your man's electrons. You ain't tryna bond, so don't be acting like you is. Cause if you gon' bond elements, then bonding. Let me see some non-metals bonding. Maybe bond.